Hey everybody, it's Graham here with another White Coat Webisode. Wanted to answer a question that I get pretty often, which are what are the books that I read to think about marketing a little bit differently or a little bit better? You can tell that I have on my lensless glasses here just to look a little bit smarter since I am talking about reading and about books. Bear with me as I try and infuse some humor into the webisodes here. But the first book I want to talk about is this book called Crossing the Chasm. One of the very first books that was recommended to me when I got into the industry. It is all about how you leverage early adopters. So those are people who are excited to try something new until you build critical mass and cross the chasm, if you will, to then be able to start bringing on your kind of secondary adopters or kind of your followers or your late adopters as well. I think this one is really, really important and really crucial for people starting a new business. I think it really helps you better understand the psychology of the consumer and people's risk profiles, which is something that we don't really talk a lot about in marketing, but I think is really important. People do have different risk profiles. Some people want to try out the business with 2 reviews because they want to be, at the vanguard of something new. Most people want something that they have a lot of confidence in, that they know that the floor is going to be very high, but maybe the ceiling not quite as high. They're a little bit more conservative. And then at the end of the spectrum, you do have your ultra conservative people who are late joiners who are just going to come in at the end. These are the last people to join Gmail who have 4 numbers after their name because all of the good ones were taken by the time they got there. Kind of a bad example. Another one is a book called Yes, 50 Scientifically Proven Ways to Be Persuasive. I really love this one. There's also a book by similar authors by Robert Cialdini called Influence that works really well. I would consider these kind of like your persuasion Bibles. Anything by Cialdini is going to be really excellent in terms of thinking about how mass people think and about how to change minds. He really is kind of the expert in the field. Always, using those arts for good though, which I think is really important. We always want to use any powers that we learn for influence to help put people in position to get something good out of it. We want to lead people to a place where they're actually getting benefit. When I tell people about White Coat Web, I'm not doing so because I just want to win your business, so that's part of it. It's genuinely because I believe that we're a better solution for you and that we can actually help you reach your goals better than what you're doing currently. And that's really what influence should be used for. And that book, again, was Yes, 50 Scientifically Proven Ways to Be Persuasive. I strongly recommend that one. It's one of my favorites. It's broken into like little 8-page, 10-page long paragraphs, just little sections that give you great tips that you can easily implement in your office, from anything like asking for reviews to upselling if that's something that you need to do. And then finally, oldie but a goodie, kind of the classic, kind of the grandfather of them all, near and dear to my heart. Certainly, I would argue this book in a lot of ways just changed my life. How to Win Friends and Influence People. Really, really, really over-indexed in a positive way on the How to Win Friends element of this, which is to say that this book really wants you to help grow your sphere of influence in a positive way. It's all about how you can leverage being kind and good, and in my opinion, like just a solid person to grow your network, to grow your business, to grow your sphere of influence, and then ultimately to grow your own levels of success as well. So again, those 3 books, Crossing the Chasm, Yes, How to Win Friends and Influence People. This has been another White Coat Webisode. Thank you everybody who's still with us. We love doing these. I love that you guys are tuning in so that we have an audience for this. So there's a reason for me to keep doing these. Love sharing my knowledge with y'all. Check us out at whitecoatweb.com. Check us out on social media as well. Reach out to us. We would love to work with you. Love to tell you more about what we do and how we can help you grow your practice.